Be right back.
Here and start the recording there. And let's see here. Is it live there yet? Shucks, it should be, I think. And I'll open up with welcome everyone that is watching us or will be watching us and such. Welcome to tonight's game. We had a couple real life issues that kind of dropped some of the players that were planning on being here, not being here. So all in all said, we adapt and adjust. We have two very good sacrifices for this evening. And as far as that, we do have the Burn King himself, Igno Montoya. No, that's David's bard.
Yeah.
Professor Zix. So we have a performer and
no, I'm not a performer.
A performer.
Yes, then why do you have that? Why do you have that? That loot with you then?
And we have this. He's an archaeologist, isn't he?
No,
yes, he is.
Okay.
He's a gnomish archaeologist.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we got an archaeologist, and we have a
whisperer, a bardic whisperer, a spy.
We have a performer. As far as that, but at the last episode on the tome, we had a tremendous battle, and the heroes overcame the forces, and with that, they chased off this one dark hooded being that was dragging a female drow from what they could piece together quickly. They have a lizard man prisoner that they knocked on out, and they have a bunch of very stout but yet cowardly kobolds that ran off after seeing their leaders defeated. And then we have over there a knocked out halfling that was on the slab. As far as that's where we're picking things up, and with the aspect that several of our heroes started running after the drow prisoner and the dark hooded figure.
Oh, so the drow prisoner got up along the way?
No, the drow prisoner didn't get up and run, got dragged away.
Okay.
By the hooded being.
This is weird because usually it is the drow who are doing the sacrificing, not the drow who are being sacrificed.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's the scenario that you guys have left. You have a bound lizard man, You
Yeah.
have a halfling that's passed out on a makeshift sacrificial altar, and you find yourself and your performer all alone in the midst of this at midday. I think it was. If I'm wrong, whip me with a wet noodle there, internet.
Mm. Okay.
So it's with the way they were doing the sacrifice in at noon. That is not the appointed time that I know of from my arcane researches.
Hmm. All right. Cool. Okay. So, all right. Let's make a deal, my sort of friend. You go and check out the altar and see what you can find. I'll use my silver tongue to try and chat up the individual here to figure out what is going on. How's about that?
I still not knows whether you are, if you're trying to seduce the lizardman, whether you're actually compatible or not. But I will go check out the altar.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna speak to the lizard man.
All right. How are you speaking to the lizard man?
Okay. So I will burn a level 1 slot just in case, and I use comprehend language so I can talk his tongue.
Okay. Now keep in mind you have not had a rest since the battle.
Yes, I know that.
Okay. Just putting that out there so you don't forget. I mean, it's easy enough to do when we're jumping alternate weeks with
the only two spells I cast, I think, was sleep at a high level, and that was it, really.
Okay.
It's easier when you have no spells.
Yeah, but I'm just putting that out there, trying to get a clear footing at the start.
Unless he speaks I can speak Elvish, Goblin. I can speak Draconic. But yeah, unless he speaks an unknown language to me, then I can use comprehend language. So I'll probably, so I'll see if he speaks Draconic first.
But then he wouldn't be able to understand you.
True. Right. I speak Common first.
All right, hold on here. Yeah, let me get this puppy up out of here where I have him. Forgive me, folks, for being unprepared. I thought I had that document up on the other laptop, so have to just pull it up, and you can beat me with that wet noodle. Let's see here. It will only take a few more seconds, I hope. Lizard folk. Okay, yeah, that's right. The PC police don't like that. Ready?
At least it's not persons of lizard.
Yeah, well, it may come to that someday.
I'm sure it will.
And I want to languages. Okay, you're speaking to it in what? Draconic?
Common first.
Okay, common. And it does give me a perception check.
Okay, perception check. My perception plus 4. I need to find the old dice roller.
Hold on, I'll give it to you in the chat here. That's not a big issue.
Okay, cool.
As far as that, go ahead and get the link for the one for the UAG. Okay. Oh, and right there it will be. Copy, and it is in the chat right now
Cool.
for use for those who desire to use it.
All right. So I'll get a plus. Let me see, my +4 to my perception roll. Okay. And this will be. Let's call it David for now. And I'll get 1d20 +4. All right. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay, you'll definitely pick up that he does not seem to be very forthcoming, almost like he doesn't understand what you're trying to ask.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say, I'll just sort of say him hello in common first. Then I'll say hello in Elven. Then I'll say hello in Draconic. Then I'll say hello in in Goblin.
Well, when you talking in Draconic, you see he kind of moves his head to one side, maybe showing you an element of rebellion to what you're asking, and
What I want to say is hello.
yeah, and like I'm saying, he's like a type of rebellion to what you're asking or saying, and turning away, but it definitely gives you the feel and the perception that you would be understood as far as that. Okay, we got you there. Let's jump over to the little gnome at the altar. What are you doing?
Yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the halfling to make sure it's still alive.
All right, give me a medicine check.
Okay, what the heck is my medicine roll? All right, let's see here. Oh, that's you know what? He's dead, folks. That's a 7.
That's a 7.
Oh my God, he's dead.
Okay. All right. You're getting the feel that he's alive.
Oh, I'll try to wake him up.
All right. How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna take my little water skin and kind of drip some water on his, splash some water on his face to wake him up.
Oh, okay. You don't seem to get a response.
Oh, then I'll just check the altar then. Oh, he must be under some sort of spells then. I'll check the altar then to see if there's any sort of markings or.
Okay, so you're doing an investigation. So give me an investigation roll.
Okay, let's see here.
And you're looking for ruins or writings, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, just anything really. But buttons, markings, traps, hidden compartments.
Okay.
All sorts of stuff like that. And I got a pretty decent roll, and I get to add double my proficiency to this. So that is 23.
You find nothing except some dried, pasty, dark, almost chocolate brown mixture down on the stones below.
Oh, this must be fudge then. Is it mud?
No.
I don't know what it is.
All right. You going to? You just going to let that go, or are you going?
Oh, can I? Is there any way I can tell what the heck this stuff is?
You can give me a straight up intelligence check.
Okay, I mean,
or better yet, a straight up wisdom check. It's more wisdom than intelligence, I think, on this that I would go with.
Okay. Can I use survival with it, or is it nothing that would be survival-ish?
Yeah, you could. I'll let you tag on survival because it would make sense in a way. Yeah, because your tracking skills could assist you from survival to it.
I got a 15.
15. All right. You would say, Dog, I remember I was at one of those crazy festivals that those barbarians had, and they had a blood mixture, a blood pudding, they called it, that looked like a chocolate fudge, almost this way. And so you'll get a sense that it's possibly dried blood.
I mean, dried blood, I guess, would be easy to figure out, but... Okay, so there's nothing there.
Okay.
Oh, it does. Nothing's there. I've wasted my time.
Okay. Cool.
All right. We'll go there. From there, we'll jump back on over to our lizard man. And our performer.
Okay.
You're gonna sing them a song. Torture them with off-key words.
Of course not. A spy would never do that.
Okay.
No squirrel would never do that. I sort of like, as he turns and after I said hello to him, I say to him, now I sort of speak in Draconic since he responded to that. I say to him, greetings and salutations. Does he class as a homid or like humanoid creature?
Lizard folk / old timer lizard man to me. Yes, they are classified as a humanoid.
Okay, all right. So as I look at him and like I sort of like give him max steel, I like look at him and pout my lips and stare, and like a great aura comes around me, and I give him like blue steel look, like the pouty look, and I say, and my face absolutely glows, and he has to do a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. Okay, and on his Wisdom saving throw. Okay, you do that, and you get off. Was that a spell or cantrip effect?
It was a spell, which is charm person.
Okay, and you would feel like from the looks, since he's still turning away from you, that it was unsuccessful.
Okay. And I sort of said, now, there's no need to be afraid of me, my friend. I mean you no harm and no ill manner to you or your kind. I just want to ask some very simple questions, and I'm hoping that you will answer them. That is all. And if you answer them, I shall let you go and let you be on your merry way.
All right. Well, you got that on through. Over to our altar and our archaeologists.
Yeah, so is there any
Professor
other?
Zax.
So is there any markings on the altar?
Just nothing that you would consider important. Scrapes, scratches, type like from either where they picked up this slab of stone and put it upon the other, trying to push it and shove it. Possibly where some maybe implements have scratched it by being used.
Is there anything on like the halfling? Is the halfling clothed?
Yes, he is clothed.
Okay, that wasn't a given, but
No, he is clothed.
okay. I'm gonna check like the pockets and of the halfling to see if it has anything on him that like marks where he came from, or if he like might have any involvement in this.
You will find a small local map of such. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll bring this up and then I'll share it. Share. Boom. And I'll share that right there. And okay, where are you at? Pop that down here. And right here. And what you'll see, come on, move along. Move along. What you'll see is a small, let me annotate this for you. I want to kind of draw. I don't want that. Yeah, I'll take this here and I want, come on, this color. And what you'll have is kind of a strip map that let's see here, that takes, come on down here. Oop. Takes it right there. Undo that. I want to undo the annotate, and then I'll take that. And let's see here. I want to get, well, I gotta get that into there and get back to annotate. Let's select. And I want to drag that up. Okay. That shows basically that area that you're seeing right here. A strip map showing the mountain ranges going through there, where it just bypasses the Commisnia second outpost, but from this Ghostwise Halflings camp up here down to the range all the way to the temple. As far as that.
Is there anything of like interest on this map?
Just the trail that they took that kept them out of the site of the Atlas Pass, which is a dwarven community, and the Commisnia outpost. It's a little small, almost mountain goat type path that that's indicated on down through is about the biggest thing there. And let's see here. What there'll be some strange ruins or glyphs that you would think written on the base of the map.
Oh, what language are they in?
How are you checking it?
I'm checking to see like there's like symbols. So can I like see what the symbols mean? Are they like a language that I recognize?
What languages do you have?
Oh, I have Gnomish, Undercommon,
No.
Draconic,
No.
and Terran. But I don't think Terran's a long shot.
No. None of those. It doesn't look like it would be any derivative of.
Can I make a history check to see if I would recognize anything that would be similar? Like, you know, when I would have seen like the language in a book that I couldn't read before or something.
It would be a difficult DC, but yeah, you could.
Okay, let's see. Let's all right, so I got a 21 at that.
Okay. You'll remember one time going through some parchments and tablets and such that you came across what you think is pretty much kind of similar symbols and such, and you weren't able to make them out, and you asked somebody, and they told you it was basically Druids' cant, the language of the Druids.
All right. Well, I guess I don't. That's the one language that you're unable to learn.
Well,
I also have thieves' cant, so if that helps.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't
because I am a rogue.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help on this. But you got to be able to learn the language because they learned it. But
yeah, but they won't teach it to you.
That's more accurate. It's a guarded language, just like thieves can. But all right, so you find that you don't find much of anything else on him, except for it looks like. Give me a perception check. I'll take that because this is more of a perception because you went over investigating, but to pull this out, it's going to be more perceptive.
I don't know. I got a 0.
Oh, what?
I got a 0.
Holy cow!
I got a die roller.
How? Oh, I'm not questioning what you got. It's just I never heard of a 0.
That's all. I have 8 wisdom and I rolled a 1.
No, okay, okay, that makes sense.
That's a 0.
All right, so you don't notice this as far as that, but the body is still pretty stiff, laying there, and I'll let you ponder that a bit, and then I'll jump back over to our balladeer.
All right. So yeah. So does he talk back after me saying those words to him of like kindness and?
No.
I say to him, now, like, come on, don't be shy. I mean you no harm, like I said. I give you my word as a gentleman of these lands. I promise you by by my father's word that I will bring no harm or ill manner to you, greatest creature of the wild.
Roll a persuasion check, rather.
Yay! I got double proficiency in that, so I get +8. Yay! 18. So +8 is 18 +8. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26.
Okay, and let's see here. And, yeah. I'll take that. Let's see here. And he grits his teeth. And all you get is some spit at your feet.
Wow. I see that you still don't trust me, creature. Do you have a name?
And he'll say, "My name is known to the mistress. One as low as you, pale skin, less than scaly. Do not meet the standard to honor the hearing of such."
So your name is Low, huh? Well, greetings. I sort of do like a little curtsy, and I say, "Greetings, Low, of lizard folk of the lady that you was working for, that you do not speak of. I mean you no real harm, like I said. I'm only searching for an individual, a man, a certain man with 6 fingers on his right hand. Pray, are you such a man or such a creature that has 6 fingers on his right hand? If so, then prepare to die."
Let me see here. You got his hands there and done and such. Okay. And what would he do? Well, yeah, that's what I think he would do. And you see him start changing in front of you.
Oh.
Yep, shape. He's getting smaller as far as that on that piece. And right now we'll hold that little cinematic piece and jump back over to Professor Zix. Or Zix. Professor. We lost the professor.
No, I was muted.
Oh, I was going to say the altar ate the professor. It's a mimic.
So I checked the altar. There's nothing on it. I checked the dude. There's nothing on it. There's nothing else to check. So I don't know what you want me to do. Is there any treasure on the guy?
None.
Well then, there's apart from maybe doing an autopsy, there's nothing more I can do. Has he been stabbed?
You find no apparent stab wounds.
Okay. Well, then I guess he's just still sleeping there. So, I mean, there's nothing else to check here, so I'm just going to look around.
Okay. Give me perception check.
But perception sucks. All right, I'm never gonna make it because I've got a negative.
Well, you don't know, but
Yeah, I got a 2.
oh, okay. Yeah, you don't seem to notice it. So you're looking around the stones and everything around there. You're trying to find something that makes sense of what this was that was going on here. And we'll jump back over to what?
Nothing.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say.
Okay. And then over to the lizard man, and what you see is this crow in its place of the lizard man, the bindings falling off, and it is attempting to fly away. And what I'll do on this is we'll go ahead and we'll roll initiative there, Inigo.
Okay.
And because to see who can finish actions first. So
10 plus my dex. So I got a 13.
Okay. So he beat your initiative. And you see this crow, the lizard man, turn into this crow fully and start flying away. And I got to get the stats for a crow for a bit here. But so go ahead and.
How high the ground has he got? Like, is he like gone really high, or is he like a few feet off the ground?
I'll say he's just a few feet off the ground.
Like 20 feet, 10 feet? How high?
Why can't I find it? I was looking. We'll say he's 20 feet up.
All right. So can I quickly like throw let me see. Can I quickly like shoot him with my short bow?
You can attempt to.
Yes. All right. So 1d20 plus bonus action, I'm guessing.
A bonus action?
Yeah. Do I get a bonus action or not?
What's your action? You got to get a bonus action. You have to do an action.
All right.
And if you're going to shoot them, then that's your action.
Okay. So let me see what I can do for bonus action. All right. I'm going to activate a bardic inspiration.
Okay. How are you activating the bardic inspiration?
Okay. So like I was sort of like going, hey, come back here. You're not going to go fly away from me. And like, I'm going to inspire myself. And if I hit, right, I get to do 2d6 psychic damage to him if I hit. All right? With the bow, with the short bow. So in other words, I do 3d6 instead of 1d6. You know, in other words, like normally the bow does 1d6 damage, but because I'm activating Bard Inspiration, it's my whisper ability. I can spend it like as a bardic inspiration, and what it does is like I talk like a normal bardic inspiration, and it gives me 2d6 psychic damage if I hit the creature.
Okay.
So rolling that. So 15 plus my dex, which is 18.
All right, hold on. I gotta see here. Trying to find the stats on that sucker.
Well, you have the same stats as a crow.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to find those so I can give an honest reply.
And you probably have the same HP as a crow, which is only 2.
Where are you finding the crow?
In the monster manual.
I didn't see it in there. I was looking in
It's
there.
in the back. It's in the back with the animals.
Yeah, but that's where I was, and I didn't see it. Maybe I'm just getting that old. Cat kill, blink dog. See, I'm not getting ape, and I'm getting baboons, badgers, blink dogs, camels. Well, is it under raven?
It might be a raven, or might be under raven.
There's raven. All right. Okay.
This should have less than a crow. A crow's smaller than a raven.
Yes, it is. So, but I'm going to try to get this moving here. Well, this says it's a tiny beast. 50 foot. Okay. Yeah, armor class. You hit it.
All right. So now I do 3d6 3d6 damage to it, plus the damage that I'll be doing to the actual creature is let me see, what was it again? I said, was it psychic, wasn't it? Yeah, psychic. So yeah, I'll be rolling that. So that is a total of 9 damage.
Okay.
Plus my, do I get the extra dex, don't I? When I do damage, don't I?
With what? Your
yeah, plus 1. So that's 9, 10. So that's 10 points of damage.
Okay. And I gotta get back over here. And he spirals down to the ground.
Okay.
As far as that, from you, about 30 feet away from you.
Does he take full damage?
What you would surmise? Yeah, he took full damage. He took the 10 points of damage.
No, I mean, like, because I think in the rules, once they hit 0, when they shift into a creature, they turn back into a human and then they fall. So does he take full damage as a human?
From what you would see is that he took the damage from your arrow and fell.
Okay, fair enough.
As simple as that. He's 30 feet away from you. You do not know his total health and situation at the moment. Is point being.
Okay,
over here.
I've done my time then.
Okay, back over to the professor.
Yeah, how far away is this anyway?
That would have been, he was on the outside of the wall in there. That's a good 50 feet.
I just wonder if I can see it or not.
You would be able to see it. I'll give it to you that you see this crow or raven fly on up, and then you see your partner shoot it. I'll give you that much of it. You can go with that.
All right. Well, I mean, if he's just shooting birds, I mean, he's weird, so I'd probably just ignore it.
Okay. So
I I don't know anything. I've checked all around here, and probably whatever you want me to make a perception check to notice. I'm not going to notice if there's a roll
What?
for it. So.
Yeah, but okay. What I'm trying to get from you is, what are you doing at that point?
I'm going to I've checked the body. I've checked the thing. There's nothing else here. There's no markings to decipher. I'm going to take the map. I'm going to roll it up and put it in the scroll case.
Okay, so you're not going to tell your partner about the map.
Well, I mean, he didn't.
No, I'm not saying
next to me.
No, and I'm not saying yay or nay on it. I'm just so I have a clear picture.
Oh, no, I don't know that guy that well.
Okay, no problem. So you got it rolled up and put into the case, and
I'm gonna look around see if there's anything else I need to check, and if not, then I'll just start heading out.
There's a couple of areas along that one wall that's about 20 feet on the other side of the altar that runs.
I guess I'll check for
runs north south. There's also a taller wall there that is a remnant of where the north south wall ran into it, made a corner, and was running the east-west direction. And but that's still fairly tall, and it's kind of shadowy into there.
Right. Well, I guess what I'll do is, since this is a site of antiquity, I'll take out my little sketching material and start documenting the area and checking how far away the stones are from each other. And making a little diagram in this area for
okay.
to put in my historical notes to send back to the university.
Okay, so while you're doing all that, the next perception or investigation check I have you do on that, you'll have advantage dealing with the ruins.
Okay. So
okay.
I guess I'm gonna roll an investigation because I'm not good at I'm better investigating things and not just noticing things.
Okay.
Because I'm a distracted professor.
Okay.
So I guess I rolled this twice. So that's great. Though the highest one is 12.
I'm taking you're Johnny Crypt Fisher.
Yeah, it's just,
okay.
The dice aren't going to roll high for me today. It's not
all right. You'll notice off towards the corner way something just doesn't look right. You don't know why, you don't know what, but off in that corner there's something that just does not appear. I mean, it's just so self-evident. I mean, if you had a 5, you'd be able to tell that it's just something just kind of sticking on out.
I'll just go over and check that then.
Okay, you'll see a tile, what would appear to be a floor tile that seems to be standing up higher than the rest in that area.
Oh, I check for traps.
Okay, give me investigation.
All right. See, and then I got a 22.
Okay, there's no traps that you can detect.
I try to see if it opens. I try to either lift it up or push it aside.
What's your strength?
It's gnomish strength.
Oh.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my little archaeologist kit that has a crowbar in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to, crowbar it up.
But what's your gnomish strength? Then I'll put it that way. Then.
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay, you'll be able to get the crowbar under there, and you'll be struggling with it for a while. We'll jump back over to the bird shooter. What are you doing? Give me a perception check.
All right. So my perception is
or better yet, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
Okay, you hear some noises coming from behind you, some scraping and scrapping, like metal on stone.
Okay, like I guess are they pretty loud? Yeah.
Oh, they're very loud. You can hear. That's why you can hear them.
Okay. I go up to the bird, quickly, like
All right, so you're moving 30 feet.
Yep, move up to 30 feet towards the. Is it still a bird?
Where you think the bird fell.
Yes.
Okay. Is he still a bird? You do not see a bird there.
Is he a lizard?
You don't see a lizard there.
All right. Okay. I burn a level 2 spell slot, my last one of the day, and I do see invisible.
All right. You do not see anything.
Okay. Just in case he went invisible. Okay. I sort of like, okay. I sort of like say to my gnome friend, hey, there's some loud clanging and banging. There might be someone on their way. I guess.
Was the scraping stone sound me?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
As I sit there, like with the crowbar in my hand,
and you're
underneath the stone,
kind of struggling, slipping, scraping the edge, but finally getting it under there.
What we need to build is like some sort of travois, so we can lift the stone using a winch.
All right, I'll come and help you. So, yeah. So
okay, what's your strength?
My strength is also 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around for like a stone that I can lift and use it as extra sort of weight.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and
because like I have an archaeologist kit which has like crowbars and
and you're pushing on the crowbar there, and what I'm trying to get is you're going to be talking about a tripod to pull this on up, and he's going to look for a stone to see what I'm getting at. I'm trying to get the picture of what is actually going to happen.
If I can't move it, then I'm going to build like a small mechanical thing using my pneumatic ability.
But you are moving it. It's just it slips. You get it in there, and it's coming up. It's just that it's difficult at the moment.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I will like stick something under it, like hold it up, and then try to move it aside.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
I have athletics, actually. Let's see how bad this does. See, it's always going to be like low when it's going to be something like that. So yeah, I got a 5.
Okay, you're grunting, trying to push it. It's not really budging.
But this is why we need to hire porters. I am a man of science, not a day laborer.
Yes, I'm coming. Hang on, I'm just gonna grab this stone and
there's plenty of stones in this ruins for you to grab. There's some that you won't be able to lift. There's others that are kind of difficult for you to lift, and then there's others that are no problem.
So I'm going to give up on trying to just brute strength it, and I'm going to go around and get like a bunch of small sticks and twine and build a winch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going to kind of meld that together. Give me
because that's something you can do just as a rock gnome.
Give me damn, I'm trying to think here. What would be?
Because that's like it's a racial power.
Yeah. It's not that, but I'm trying to think which modifier I kind of want you to use to actually find the solid material that you'll need.
Well, he's got the stone. He's got the stone, isn't he?
In the area. Well, there's plenty of stone, but what he's trying to do is outside of what the stone's going to do for him. To be honest,
But there's woods too, so I mean, there
is, but whether or not you can find them stout enough for what you want and how much time is what I'm trying to get in my mind to set over here. I'd say, and I don't want to give you really a disadvantage, but I know if I say the one that it will be as far as that. Let's see here. Yeah, give me a survival check. That would kind of fit into the survival way that you're trying to do that. You're going to be using your gnomish ability to build. So, but to find the materials that and all the.
I got a 14.
All right. It's going to take you about an hour to find it all and get it back to the ruins where you're going to need it at. So during this hour, what are you doing, Igneal?
Okay.
Igneal.
All right. So I gather some stones in my hand, or like enough to carry, like to make myself like walk at a very slow pace, like overweight, type thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna go over to the crowbar and sit on the end and try to like use the weight of the rocks and myself to lift up the stone.
Well, I mean, slab. I took the crowbar out. I just like when I lifted the rock up, I just put like another rock underneath it to hold it up.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn it. And I guess I'll just bring the rocks to you then, like drop them like where you want them, I guess like put them in a nice pile for you. And then like, and yeah, I guess I can't really do anything with my kit because the only thing I got on my kit is like, what kit did I take? I think it's the, not the entertainer one, but the politic one, I think it's the politic kit I took. Like what's that kit? I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, because I can't remember the name of that kit now. But it's like the other. It's not like the Explorers.
You mean the one that only has like paper and ink in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So the diplomats
yes.
thing. It just has paper, ink, and like a set of like fancy clothes.
Yes, yeah. I took the diplomat. That's the one.
Okay.
But I guess I'll look around at the ruins and see what I can find.
All right. An hour has passed. You didn't find anything other than what you're dealing with right there.
Oh yeah, you did say there were Druidic writings, yeah.
Yeah, but that was on the map that's in my scroll case.
That you don't know that you don't know about.
Okay, fair
enough. But yeah, to answer your question, out of game meta, yes. All right, and so both of you are back at the site of this tile that's braced up by a stone and not hasn't been hauled up yet, and the professor looks like he's trying to put things together. So go ahead and describe the scene there, fellas.
All right. So what I'm doing is I'm going to build like a little tripod over like the rock, and like the part that's lifted up already, I'm gonna like loop the rope over it, running it through the tripod to a small winch, and I'm just going to like crank the winch. That's sort of like one of those wrenches that doesn't give. It'll only move in one direction and then it will lock. If it starts to fall.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that so that way I can just winch it up eventually, and lift this stone that way.
All right. So you're putting the 3 legs over top of the stone.
Yes, and there's a small winch on the side of it.
Yeah.
I have a rope going to the top of the tripod.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go down and tie it around the stone through the part that's already been lifted.
Yeah. Got all that. I was just because it makes a difference on when you're cranking it up on how it's going to appear. So you're cranking it on up. What is the performer doing? Is he assisting you cranking? Is he standing by?
I'm not a performer. I am a spy. That's why I took Whisperer. I took the sage background. Okay, I will. I'm not a performer. I'm a sage.
What's the performer doing?
Okay. Okay. So the Whisperer, will guessing he will like look at the machine, scratch his head a bit, and like help as much as he can.
But
just don't touch anything and break it.
What I'm trying to get out from you, other than just saying, okay, I'm helping to give advantage, a simple way.
Yeah.
Storyline. How are you helping?
I guess then I will.
So we can all picture this.
I guess I'll like grab like I guess I'll like get like a sturdy like bit of wood, like really solid bit of wood, like and sort of stick it under the slab and like start to like push it up, type thing.
Oh, okay. All right. After about 10 minutes of cranking and you pushing, that tile is up on its edge and you push it on over and it gives you a 10-foot by 10-foot square opening where you can see that it's very dark down there, and you can see the start of what looks to be of some stone steps up to the top where the early afternoon light is hitting upon it.
I can see in like the darkness up to 60 feet.
You'll be able to see, yeah, but you'll be able to see down the stairs that they're actually stairs. But anyone with dark vision will be able to see that.
Oh yay! So does Zelda music play when I finally open it? When I finally click on the right tile and it opens?
Actually, yes. Ah,
yeah, it's the performer.
Yeah. Like I said, performer.
So I'll go in there and I'll pull out my bow. Be like, so now if you go underground, now we go underground. This is where it becomes dangerous.
Okay.
I'll sit there and I'll kind of push my goggles up on my forehead and kind of head down with my bow drawn.
Okay. I pull out my longbow. I mean short bow. Sorry, and get an arrow ready and sort of follow the gnome.
Okay, and you'll get down as you're coming down to the 60-foot mark. You'll notice that there seems to be a wall in front of you, and that the stairs have a platform down there and turns and goes out down about another 60 foot down into the darkness.
Okay. Is it magical darkness?
No, or else I'd say you don't see Jack.
Well, I can see up to 60 feet, up to.
Yeah, so can your little professor, and that's what you're seeing. Is up. You got the 60-foot steps going down the
So
platform, and 64.
I go down very slowly,
Okay.
at half speed,
All right.
quietly stealthing, and I'm also like checking to make sure none of the steps like are wobbly or trapped in any way.
All right. So, how are you checking to see if they're trapped?
I guess I am going to like every step I'm gonna gingerly take a step down, each step checking under, like looking around the edge under the
Okay.
lip of the step to make sure there's no like pressure plates or wires or anything like that, you know.
All right. Give me a investigation check.
Nice. Can I assist with that?
Mhm. How are you? Explain to me how you're going to assist on the stair.
I don't need the assistant anyway because I rolled an 18.
Okay, fair enough.
You don't seem to notice anything.
So that's a 25 altogether.
You don't seem to notice anything.
All right, so I go down slowly and quietly,
Okay.
stealthing and checking at the same time. So
Well,
maybe like a quarter movement. I don't know.
All right, then give me a stealth check.
All right.
As we're walking, I pull out my little.
Are you stealthing?
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth.
Then I'll need a stealth check for you too.
Okay, cool.
And you can pull out you can pull out whatever you're going to pull out.
All right. So it gives me a plus 3. 13, 14, 15, 16. I got a 16. All right. So I'm going to pull out a piece of paper, my notebook, type thing, and draw exactly where we left, the entrance of the hole and the stairs and the turning that we took. Like I'm sort of mapping out the path that we took with my quail, with my quail in my hand, and with a bit of chalk. With a bit of chalk, I mark like an X of where we, where we've been.
Okay, but explain to me how this is assisting him in checking for traps, because
no, it's not assisting him. It's just like escape, like an exit route, just in case we get lost.
Okay. All right.
So maybe so often I'll put like an X,
no problem,
an arrow pointing to the exit, type thing.
You make it down into the onto the floor, and the floor is just by one. As soon as you step on it, you can tell that it's very smooth, very flat. As far as that, and out just at the edge, just at the edge in front of you, you think you see some kind of figure. You're not sure because it's right at the edge of, like at that 61 foot area.
Test on my back.
One.
Yeah, my connection just crashed on me. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
What was the last that you heard?
Well, I was trying to make a stealth check, and then it cut out on me. So.
Okay.
Let's see what I rolled on my stealth. Rolled a 15, so a 20.
Okay. But you get down to the end of the stairs. The floor is very flat, smooth. You can feel that through your boots, and you think that you're seeing something out about just on the edge of your dark vision of 60 foot.
Can I shoot it?
And it looks huge. Yes, if you just desire to shoot at it, you sure can.
I'm going to take a shot at it. Just in case. Alright.
God, that was a very bad idea, but okay.
I go sort of like whisper to myself and say, "Prepare to die, my friend." And I'm going to give myself bardic inspiration, type thing, whispering to myself. And I'm going to attempt to roll and see if I hit the creature.
Okay, roll.
So 13 plus my bow. So 13, 14, 15, 16. 16.
Okay. You see it a darkish, almost midnight blue glow about this object that's about 10 foot by 15 by 35, and make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Constitution saving throws. Let's see what mine is. Okay. All right. I got 16.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Okay. Alrighty. And you guys feel a sense of nausea building into your stomach from this.
Okay.
So what are you doing? And that glow was just a very short up and down, almost within, we'll say, 2 seconds.
So what happened?
He shot and hit this, or he believes he hit it with his arrow. A midnight blue glow around an object that was 10 foot by 15 foot by 35 foot, kind of glowed a midnight blue for about 2 seconds and then stopped, and you felt nauseous.
Okay, can I do cantrips?
Can you?
Yes. I'm going to do 120. How far away is it?
It's just outside of for your 60 foot dark vision. It's about 60 and a half, 61 foot out. I'll allow that your intelligence would tell you you're used to such.
So I'm going to cast dancing light where I can see it on the edge, like, because my dancing light has 120 foot radius. So I sort of send my dancing lights to dance around the object.
Okay. And so how are you going to have the dancing lights act?
It's just basic cantrips, really. It doesn't really do anything apart from it just like I can cast it up to 120 feet, dancing lights, it says.
No, I got the mechanics. I want the description.
Oh, so
I don't want the boring narrative.
Okay, so the description. So what happens is, like, I sort of like hold out my, I sort of point my, stretch out my arm with my hand open, type thing, and I say, "Come and dance and prance for me, my pretty lights." And then these little dancing people, like little paper cut people, like when you do cut, those paper cut people that you used to do as a kid,
Right.
as a kid, the ones that you link up all together, like paper cut people, would all suddenly appear and start to dance around the actual thing or object, wherever it is.
All right, and you'll see that this, with the lights dancing around it, that it appears to be a huge book. And about 10 seconds into the lights dancing around it, you see the light get sucked into the book and it goes dark.
Okay.
So, Professor, what are you doing?
All right, so I go down there, and I look at this guy who's just shooting into the dark, and I look at him and says, "Yes, you know that is how you get arrested for murder. For murders, just shooting. If you're in a dark area and you just shoot at something before you know what it is, that is how you get charged with murders. And in the town that I come from.
Well,
I'm going to start heading down and investigate this thing.
I say, well, we are in a territorial dungeon where we just bumped into big giant scaled lizards and a woman trying to kill someone on a podium. So yeah, I am murdering the people that were murdering the other person. So yeah, I'm doing something good.
Yeah, you know, tell it to the jury.
Yeah.
All right. So, Professor, you're walking there.
Yeah. So I'm going to switch this. Why don't you go and guard the entrance? No. Go check this thing out.
I'll come with you. So I'm going to come and check it out with you.
All right.
Good. So you're going to foul everything up. I see.
So as you get to it, you can see what it is. It does appear to be a large book on a large like lectern. It's the book itself is 10 foot thick. It's 15 foot wide and 35 foot long.
Okay.
Everything, and you lose sight of the walls, and when you're out there, you lose sight of the walls, the ceiling, and the stairs when you're there.
Okay. I'm going to spend my last level 1 spell slot for the day, and that is Detect Magic.
Okay, I
shall determine it is magic without using Detect Magic.
Well, we'll get back.
Glowing.
We'll get back to you for what happens on that. What are you doing, Professor?
Okay, is the book open or is it closed?
It appears to be closed.
I'm going to go up into the book. Is it just freestanding on the floor? Is it on a pedestal?
No, it's on a lectern. It's about 10 foot up off the floor.
Okay, I'm going to try to look at the cover. Is there anything is there any title on it?
From where you're at right now, you can't see the cover.
Well, I'm going to move up to the lectern then. I said I was moving up to it.
Yeah, you're up to the lectern, but the lectern is 10 foot tall.
I shall climb on top of it.
All right, I'll let you climb on top of it. There's enough artistic stuff. I'm not going to make that difficult. It's not that big, and yeah, there is a marking on it, but you really can't make out what it is or what it means.
Okay, I'm going to take my my little journal out and try to reproduce the markings of what it says.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do a carbon relief with a pencil or ink on there, so you have a copy, correct?
Yeah, I'm just gonna mark it, and I'm gonna look at the spine, and I'm gonna try to look at if it's on a lectern. Is the lectern one of the ones that's got a back, or has it got a wire back? Or when I'm thinking of a lectern,
this is all stone. Something. Let me get a picture that may help.
But here. you know when you look at the music stands that have you can put your music on it, but the back is just wires. Or like a brace to like
What?
put stuff on, but you can still see through it.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to get you a picture so you have a full understanding. As far as that, so there's not because I do have a picture that's not identical, but very, very close to what I'm trying to describe. And I can share that to you as soon as I open it on up. Let's see here. And the lectern is made out of a strange black, well, you really can't tell color with dark vision, so a dark material. All right, where are you at? Where are you at? I know you're in this folder. Dirty LSOB. I go by you. Don't think I did.
Yeah, I'm playing a diplomat. That's my character.
You're playing it. You're just playing a performer.
No, not really.
That's all diplomats and politicians are performers. They just perform in a different theater.
Indeed. Indeed.
Is that why like so many actors and people who used to host reality TV shows become politicians?
Could be.
Well, you had a great political leader as a actor. His name, I think his name was Ronald Reagan, wasn't it?
Well, he was president. Yes. We've had others that have been actors and such in different standings. But
Jake, Jesse the Body Ventura was governor of Minnesota for like 6 years.
Yeah, and now they're rumbling that he may throw his hat in for the presidential run. So
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either. But right here is basically what you're seeing. You see that?
Okay, can I like move the book and like look at the back? Without opening it?
No.
Just kind of turning it over?
No. It was my description on it that it's 10 foot thick, 15 foot wide, 35 foot long.
A pretty hefty book.
A huge, huge, huge book.
Right. So what does it? What does it say? Does it have anything on the spine?
Just kind of like in the pictures. There's some bones of a strange nature on there that seems to be holding this kind of gray material for the cover, and almost a metallic that you would feel, and the sigil that you made the etch of or relief there, that's made of a metallic material that's on the cover.
Cool.
Right. So I'm going to check to see if it's trapped. Just because, they always trap these magic books. I'm telling you.
Well, the only way you could probably see if it's trapped or magically trapped by with detect magic, which I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you did that, though. Okay. While the professor's doing all that, this flash of bright light hits your eyes there, Igneel. And give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Okay. Oh, I got a 21.
All right. A 21. Roll me a D4.
All right. I guess nat 20 doesn't work on saves then as well. I don't know.
You're going on against a DC is what you're going against. So
Okay, so I got 2.
so for 2 rounds you are blinded.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
Professor, you did not see any flash of bright light.
Okay. But I'm going to check for traps.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your investigation.
Okay. 18.
You see no traps. You feel so good about this.
Alright, so I open up like I check the whole thing. I see there's no wires, no panels, and then like that. So I go, well, let's see. Maybe we have to see what happens when I open the cover of the book.
You go to try to open the cover of the book and you can't. It just feels too heavy.
Well, is it can I like get my fingers underneath it or?
Oh yeah, you got plenty of area to get your whole hands under the lip of the book cover that's out from the pages. But it seems extremely heavy.
Well, then I'm going to try to just try to like move. If it's 10 feet long, like so, how thick is the how thick is it? The book?
It's 10 foot thick. It's thicker than you are tall by twice.
Okay, so if I was like able to like looking at the pick, is there any sort of latch on it?
No, you see no latch.
Okay, got too many things here. So is there any? Well, I've got just too many. I've got too many windows.
Yeah,
my character sheet and the dice roller, and
no, it's just
having it done in bed. So if I was able to like hook a rope around the corner and like cross over to the other side, would I be able to apply some sort of leverage to lift it that way? Like, I climb on top of it.
Give me an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. That's like one of my highest stats. So advantage. I got an 18.
You would feel that it would not be enough.
So there's absolutely no way to open it. So I
guess
then we are done.
There is a way to open it, but that's just me. That's just.
I mean, what does it say on the? So, am I able to determine what sort of markings there are on the cover using Arcana or History?
Actually, no. This is so old, and this is the feel that you would get from it. And I hate to be that hard pressed to say no to you, but it's the markings are so old and have not, from any of your history teachings or readings, ever been described or talked about. This is a very, very, very ancient ruin that you would is about the best that you could get out. And with it, give me an Arcana check and or a history, whichever is better for you.
Okay, I shall roll, and because I'm a gnome, I get advantage on Arcana. So, man, these dice. This is why I hate these things here. 8. I got 15 with the 8.
What was the 9?
Oh, that was me. That was my mouse being too fast to click.
Okay, but you had advantage anyways, but we'll take that as advantage.
Okay.
And that gives you the 9, that gives you a 16.
Mm-hmm.
And you really can't put a finger on it. What type of gnome are you?
A rock gnome.
Rock gnome. All right, you'll feel like this may be something of an old wives' tale of something about dealing with the primordials, possibly before the time of the god.
Is he snoring?
I don't know. Hey, it sounds like a obscene phone call.
No, sorry, I do heavy breathe sometimes. Sorry about that.
I mean, I almost felt violated.
Yeah.
Not that kind of game.
I know, but I had to say that. It was just too cheesy not to. As far as that, so yeah. So that's.
I guess all I'm going to do is I'm going to just document as much as I can without opening it. You know, like any markings, any sort of anything like that, and that's all I can think of to do. And there's no other entrances or exits out of this room, right?
Not that you can see. Now, what are you, Ignal, doing? You're blinded, and we'll go from that point and bring you on up to where the professor is.
Okay. Unless I'm come out of blind, I can't really do anything.
Do you just stay silent? Do you gasp? Do you yell? Do you ask for help?
No, I just draw.
Do you fall and start crying?
No, I sort of draw my. I sort of like go. I've been struck by light. I am blinded. The light, it burns my eyes. It's so bright. I cannot see. Where are you, my little gnomey friend?
I sit there and I wait for him to get done with his soliloquy.
Okay.
Are you dead?
That is a good performance.
Are you dead?
No, I am not dead. Why are you blind? It is dark in here, but it's not that.
Apparently, I detect magic on the book, and it blinded me with a very bright light.
Yeah, there is no light.
I just told you what happened. Are you deaf? Or do I have to repeat myself again?
No, please don't. I have heard enough. So, Wes, I'm going to check this room. There's nothing on the podium. So I checked that. There's nothing in the book. I can't open the book. I can't turn the book over. There's no markings, no latches, no sort of mystical, puzzle in the book to open it.
No, there's just the picture that I showed you.
If I look at like the it is a long shot, but
Right
is there
here.
any commonality between like the druidic writing, which technically I don't know, druids didn't like to write things down really, but
Very, very barely. I'll give you that. It's so, in one sense, so complicated, but yet so primitive that it doesn't fit anything that's coming to your mind.
all right. So then I'm gonna climb off this while this guy's. Why don't you sit in the corner until the blindness goes away?
I'm gonna sit on the floor.
By the time you get down off the podium, his blindness is gone.
And I'm going to check the room to see if there's anything else in the room.
I'm going to go up to the book.
Okay. So, as you're checking the room, we'll go through you'll find nothing. Just to get past that, it's a what is it? 160 foot by 160 foot by 160 foot by 160 foot square room. The ceiling, and you can't tell where the ceiling actually is. You see 60 foot up, and it's just black, black, black. As far as that, and the walls all seem very, very smooth and carved in a strange manner. You don't feel, you don't, being a rock gnome, you don't feel like any joints being butted up into this, that it was done, and you don't feel no like chisels or like that marks left on it.
Okay.
But
you have found the books, so I guess we win.
Well, can I go up to the book?
Yeah, you're up to the book.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open it and see if I can open it first.
All right, and no, you cannot.
Okay, all right. I shall pull out my short sword and slip it under the front panel of the book and like try to use all my weight and like jump up and down and see if I can like get like the actual front cover to open.
No, you don't. You feel like that it's so heavy that you would need more assistance.
Okay, all right. I pull out my one potion that I bought then, and it was just for emergencies. I wish to use my potion of giant strength. Let's see if that works.
What kind of giant strength potion?
Like frost giant. You know, like forest giant strength.
All right.
It's only temporarily. It's a small bottle, and it's only the one bottle I got.
Yeah. I gotta check something here. All right.
It gives me the strength of a giant.
Oh yeah.
For I think it's like a minute. I think.
All right. I'm just looking it up here quickly. Frost giant. Stats right there. So I know what their strength is. Okay. Yeah. It really does not budge at the moment.
Okay. All right. Wow.
It seems like you're doing a little better than what you were doing before, but it still seems like you need more help.
As I pull in the front phrase. Okay. No, help me! I can lift a little bit up, but not that much.
All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna climb back up after I check the room. It probably takes like a good 10 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at it, and I'm going to try to get out my my rope. and I'm going to see if I can maybe apply some sort of leverage. If I hook it on, like, because if I can hook it onto the one cover, the one corner, and the other corner at the bottom at the same time, and then, like, kind of, get off the pedestal and, like, use some sort of counterweight to, pull down. If you kind of get what I'm getting, I'm going to, like, loop it around one corner of the book, loop it around the other corner of opposite the spine, and then, like, try to, like, get some sort of counterweight so when I jump off it, it will lift it up that way.
Okay, I'll give you for doing all that the strength modifier of 14 for you to use in this, and when you're pulling that way and he's pushing with the sword, it flops.
Oh no, I'm sort of pulling it open with my giant strength. Remember, that's what I said.
I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna, like, use, like, basically my own weight to, like, just kind of jump off and pull it open that way.
Yeah, and the you're jumping off the podium.
Yeah, well, I've got the rope tied around me.
Yeah. No, I just because it's perceptions. What you would notice or see is what I'm getting at. So you'd be below the podium when the cover comes and slams over there. You would hear it slam. As far as that over, like, it opened, and at that time, all of a sudden, a bright blue light flashes, and I need you guys can figure out who's going to roll it. I need first a D4 rolled.
Okay.
So
I got 2.
Well, no, I just need one of you to do it, but I want you guys to talk between you who's going to do that. Because whoever does that one, the next one, the other person does.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the book, so I guess I'll be the one that'll take the most damage, I guess, in. Because I'm right in front of the podium, like, with my giant strength.
Not even talking about damage here.
Okay. Well, whatever's happening.
I just need a dice roll.
Yeah, whatever's happening, because since I'm, like, in front of it, like, with my giant strength pulling it open, and you're, like, on the side of it, like, jumping down, you wouldn't see the light. So I guess I like to roll for the first effect.
The light is surrounding that whole area.
Okay. Well, do you want me to roll for the first effect, and you roll for the second one?
Sure, I guess.
All right, I got a 2 then.
Okay, I got that. Roll a D20.
All right, here we go. Nat 1. I got an 8.
Okay, and now let's see here. This ought to be real fun because I got to see. Oh, yeah, I can't do that while I'm recording.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
No. Hey, you guys must really think I'm a prick. Let's see here. Where's the other picture I had for this? And I got to.
Or suddenly, it's the Lady of Pain that appears before us.
No,
because she created everything.
No, it is not.
That's a shame. Because if this is the Lady of Pain's book, then we're all fucked. Because she's the only one that created everything before the gods.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's just it's just a really big shopping list. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Damn, what would be a good... That's right there. And that would make... Yeah, right there. I'll bring that. That's right there. And let's see here. Now pull this on up. And
by the way, do you like the way I'm using, like, mechanical stuff to get stuff done.
Yeah, it makes sense. It gives you advantage, strength multipliers with things, and some of the challenges are here are at set strength numbers. As far as that, so all right, so all of a sudden, boom, you feel the brush of. And I need to get the annotate, and I want my spotlight. Okay, and all of a sudden,
okay, this just cut out on me. So could you describe that again?
Yeah, that's all right. I was talking to myself, so you didn't miss much. I said, all of a sudden, it's very light out. You smell salt water, and you are kind of standing right about here by the bay, where the bouncing little ball is, right there.
Okay, so we've been teleported.
It would seem that way. You as a player character, yes. You as a character itself, how often has that character been teleported? Probably not many.
Not many, but he has heard of this teleport spell.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you haven't, but it's reading about something and doing or feeling something is usually a little different.
Okay.
But yeah, you would have that in the back of your mind that you're over by the ocean.
Oh, I sort of like fall to the ground, like on my sort of buttocks, I guess, and like a bit dizzy and a bit nauseous from the teleportation. And I look at the gnome and say, "Oh, looks like we've been transported to one location to another."
Right? Am I still have the rope on me or not? Just tied around my waist.
Yes, you do.
Okay, where does it end?
It does not end. You got a loop there.
Oh, well, I'll gather my rope. And how much more is there? Because I'm getting yelled at now, like in real life.
Oh, all right. That's cool. We can end it right here. Good ending point. You guys got it open, but you learned some things about it, and then we'll try to pick this up sometime later. I thank everyone that was watching. I thank you guys for playing. Hopefully It was enjoyable. I was kind of figured for a little bit more, but that's just the way it goes. And so this is just one aspect of the way it went.
I do have some questions, though.
All right, I'll try to answer it if it's reasonable.
Like, is the language in the old tongue of the alien people of the sigil with the hand symbols and like the squiggly lines? Is it that sort of language?
It is of, to put it in a meta term, this is a sigil rune language that was about the before the time of the gods and the early birth of the gods.
Okay, so Lady of Pain then?
No, hey. Not Lady of Pain.
Yes.
Yeah, no, predates her.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing beyond Lady of Pain. She is like the beginning of everything.
No, depends on how you're looking at things, but this isn't a strict 100% Wizard of the Coast pantheon. It does have other things there, and there are other things that were actually even with the wizards before her.
All right, so what do we get for the adventure?
Well, you will get 1 XP for this adventure.
Okay.
And you will get 1 inspiration to use.
I always thought that Lady Payne was the beginning of the thing, because when they created that in 2nd edition, the actual physical creator of D&D said that she is the creator of everything.
Actually, if you go way before that, back in the White Book set, box set, you have certain gods that were before all those, and she deals with the world, their world of in Planescape.
Oh, and also like the guy, like by the time Planescape was created, the guy who like invented D&D had been kicked out of the company.
And things like that. But if you get the white box set, and I think I have that in digits.
I'm pretty sure like that's just rules, and there's like absolutely no character. There's no campaign information whatsoever.
But there's and that's where I got Darzanon from, as far as that. And he was a dead god that was being brought back, because gods only die when worshippers die or stop worshiping.
All right. I gotta go. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yep. Sorry to hear that you were getting yelled at. And as far as trying to make this a little bit more friendlier for you in one aspect or another, I'll put out when I put this in, we can discuss to make it flexible to work for everybody.
Okay.
Cool. That was really interesting, though. I'm really intrigued.
Well, it is a